ankle, cageminds.com. Joining us over the phone right now, we got Natalie Roy. She's expecting to be in the co-main event, Jackson's MMA series, June 6th, Buffalo Thunder Resort and Casino. How are you feeling, Natalie?
Good, I'm doing very well. Thank you very much.
So right now I understand there's some change of opponents going on, and right now you're sitting in limbo. So what does that do for you?
I've done this before. This kind of same thing happened in my second fight when I found out that I wasn't going to be able to fight, and then you had to get a last-minute replacement. And then, actually, for the last 4 fights of mine, it's been kind of this same similar situation. The Jackson's team, I know they really want me on this card, and they're going to do everything they can to make sure I have an opponent. So I'm expecting to fight June 6th, so I'm not too worried about it.
So then for training-wise, does this do anything to what you were preparing for, or really you were just working on overall yourself?
Yeah, I'm pretty much just working on everything. I'm still sticking with a lot of striking and then training at the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy there in Santa Fe. On my ground stuff and still, with Coach Luttrell working on combining the whole aspect into MMA and wrestling and stuff like that. So still kind of just working on everything and still training and ready for a fight.
How frustrating has it been now trying to get a fight since September, trying to get back in there?
It's pretty frustrating. I've been ready a number of times and had many opponents pull out on fights for me, and it's really frustrating, and it's hard to deal with mentally and physically. I get my body ready, and then a day or two before or during my weight cut, I get notified that I'm not going to be fighting, and it's hard on the body. It's not healthy. I've got to be in there fighting and doing my thing.
So what does it take for you to then turn that into something positive and able to push forward and just keep going?
I just remember why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I love training. I love fighting. So I'm not using it as a source of income, so it's not that kind of a burden on me, and I'm just doing it because I love it, and I just have to keep that in mind that it's just for fun. If there's a fight, great. If not, I enjoy training and I enjoy the growing, so just keep doing it.
And then you had your experience in Muay Thai, so how much getting an opponent is it just the fight game is the fight game?
Yeah, I think it's just the fight game. I think, there's people out there that like to call themselves fighters, but when it comes down to it, they don't feel ready or they're not ready, and so it just kind of separates who really wants to fight from people who pretend they want to fight. I don't know. You see a big separation of people once you start looking for a fight last minute or even have something scheduled to see who stays with the game and who ends up pulling out for different reasons.
Originally, it was supposed to be Heather Denny. When you got the call that she pulled out, was your initial reaction, here it goes again?
So for the last couple of fights, it's been kind of funny. The fight where, the first fight I was supposed to have with Jaime, I found out through Ray Borg. He knew before I did. He's like, they're looking for a new opponent for you, and I'm like, no, that's not true. That couldn't be. And so then I ended up calling the promoter, and it was true. And so this past one for Heather, another friend of mine gave me a call last week, and she's like, hey, you don't have an opponent? I'm like, no. Whoever you talked to is using it for my last fight. Because I was like, no, Heather's still on, and come to find out, no, she had heard before I did that Heather was out. So it's funny the way it's happening, because everybody finds out before I do that I don't have a fight, it seems like.
So how annoying is this getting then? Being told out of the blue. How bad is that getting for you?
It's unfortunate, but I've come to expect it at this point just because it's happened so much since October, starting with Natalie Chavez and stuff. It's just, I'm just getting to expect it and keep training and just keep a positive mind.
It's been a great deal of time. Where do you feel that you've been able to improve the most with this time to just keep bettering your skills?
Being a Thai boxer, my wrestling is all, I've never wrestled, and my wrestling was always my weak point, and so I'm really, I'm working with that and working with Coach Luttrell and all the guys there, and trying to improve wrestling and improve my MMA game, and because it seems like nowadays it's more of the wrestling and the cage or stuff like that being the deciding factors in fights. It's not just being able to strike with somebody, and you have to know how to wrestle somebody and still strike with them. So it's kind of the wrestling aspect that I'm focused on, or that I feel that I need to really improve on and working on a lot.
And then we know from that Thai boxing experience, you had a lot of clinch work in there. So how much was getting the wrestling in? At least once you get in the clinch, how much was that a natural to pick up that learning aspect?
There's a different type of clinch when it comes to wrestling. Like the Thai clinch is what I'm used to, and I'm trying to kind of transform that more, my Thai clinch, into more of a Greco style clinch. And the Thai clinch game is where, that's where I love to be, and so yeah, it's a fun transition, and it's making cage work a lot of fun, because I can keep pressure on them against the cage and still throw my knees in and get some elbows or whatever. So it's a lot of fun, and I see good transitions from there.
With these last 8 days left before the fight, where are you going to be in your preparation? One of the last that you got to get done?
Right now it's just staying healthy and keeping a positive mindset, not, doing anything crazy and getting a silly injury for no reason, just trying to continue to train smart and healthy, so I can get to this fight and be the best person that I can be there.
Do you have to find that extra little motivation now to get into the weight cut with the opponent kind of being a question mark in the air?
It is rough. Just, the Memorial, you want to kind of go out and splurge and do whatever, but try to kind of rein it in and not go overboard. So yeah, it is rough, not knowing if I have a fight, and still try to stay on track and continue to eat clean and whatnot. But no, it's all for the best, and I expect to fight on the 6th, so it'll be worth it.
On the 6th, the fight is up in your neck of the woods. What's the message for your fans and your supporters up in that area?
Everybody thanks for all the support. Santa Fe, everybody in Santa Fe is great. Go to the grocery store, go anywhere, and I get fans and lots of people talking to me and excited about my fight. So that's great. And just come out and see me fight again on June 6th. It'll be a great fight.
Buffalo Thunder Resort and Casino is Jackson MMA Series 15. Again, Natalie, thank you for the time. And did you have anyone else you needed to shout out to?
Of course, all my friends in Natalie and Santa Fe, all the guys at Santa Fe Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Santa Fe Martial Arts Fitness, Luttrell MMA, all the guys there that helped me with my training, NHB, all the people there that helped with training, and of course everybody at my gym to keep me motivated and keep me going day to day.